Well, many people feel America's headed for doom because of perpetual war, which is tremendously expensive. It creates an amazing deficit. Taxpayers are overtaxed. The economy is not in good shape, no matter what everybody thinks. I mean, we're so far in debt that we can never get out. We owe a lot of money to foreign banks and all those kind of strange things. The moral standards in the country are tremendously low, and that's usually a sign that things are not well, that people can't even defend their freedoms. The government's very, very aggressive, passing laws that say they can implement martial law, they can take away all the rights and the Bill of Rights and our freedoms. So that's what we're facing, and there are many people out there that are just saying, these are professors, these are people who study history, that we're like Rome, and inevitably we're headed for a very bad fall like Rome, and we'll be totally destroyed. The hope that I see, and there are two parallel movements that I keep telling, there are two parallel movements happening in the United States, strong ones. One is that the government's increasing its power at a rapid rate. Then there's a smaller movement, which is a sign of hope. And that's people out there who are willing to take a stand for freedom, even go to jail for it and protest. And they're taking seriously those three words that begin the Constitution, we the people, which means they're taking responsibility for their own freedom. Well, one interesting fellow, and there are a number of people out there, is a fellow known as Reverend Billy in New York, a well-known protester. Recently, he protested a law which required monthly permits for gatherings for people to gather and express their First Amendment rights. It also put limitations on filmmakers and photographers. And so Talon decided he would make a point. And so what he did was he followed police officers around with a megaphone reciting the 45 words in the First Amendment. And obviously they got rather irritated, so they charged him with a crime. That's harassing a police officer, which is ridiculous. And so, you know, those are your pockets of hope, is what I say. But there are more people like that, and what they do is they really encourage other people to get involved. Well, what Americans forget, and the reason they forget it, it's not well taught in school, is that America was founded by a small group of ragtag rebels who were greatly outnumbered, who fought the mighty British Empire, a megalith in its own time, a very cruel empire at its time, and won. They won. But I think the important point is that we don't always have to win. They didn't know, they actually didn't think they could win. They just fought back because they thought it was important. And that's what we're supposed to do. We don't give up easily. It's like John Lennon said back in the early 70s when someone asked him about flower power didn't work. He said, well, so what? We don't give up. Apathy doesn't work. And so I think we all need to be engaged, get in the fight, be willing to take a stand. Don't worry about winning. If it takes getting arrested, that's okay. There are groups out there who will defend you. And in the words of that great firebrand revolutionary Samuel Adams, go out and start a brush fire. That's what it's all about.